A cold October night in the small college town of Millstone changed everything. Emily Carter, a 21-year-old psychology student, was supposed to spend her evening finishing a paper at the library. At 9:17 p.m., security footage captured her walking out of her dormitory. She was dressed casually, jeans, a gray hoodie, and a backpack slung over one shoulder. Her roommate, who stayed behind, expected her back in just a few hours. But Emily never returned. That short walk across campus would become the beginning of a mystery that has haunted Millstone for over a decade. When Emily's roommate woke up the next morning and found her bed untouched, panic set in. Calls to Emily's phone went straight to voicemail. By noon, the campus police were alerted, and by nightfall, local authorities had joined in. At first, investigators believed it was a case of a stressed student running away. But that theory collapsed quickly. Emily had left her wallet, credit cards, and car keys behind in her dorm. Her bank account showed no activity. Her social media went silent. She had simply vanished. The initial search was massive. Dozens of officers, students, and volunteers combed through the woods surrounding campus. Bloodhounds traced Emily's scent down a path leading toward the edge of town, but then, abruptly, the trail ended at a road. It was as if she had stepped off the earth. There were no witnesses, no screams heard in the night, no reports of suspicious vehicles. For weeks, posters with Emily's smiling face were plastered across town, but tips dried up and the case went cold. 2 weeks later, a disturbing discovery reignited the investigation. Emily's backpack was found dumped in a trash bin behind a gas station 2 miles from campus. Inside were her textbooks, a broken phone charger, and her psychology notes, pages ripped apart, shredded into pieces. Investigators wondered, who would go to the trouble of destroying her research? Was it random vandalism? Or a deliberate attempt to erase something she had been working on? Detectives soon learned Emily's thesis focused on the psychology of unsolved disappearances. She had been collecting information on missing person cases from surrounding states, cases that spanned decades. Her professors said she was brilliant but obsessed, pouring endless hours into her work. According to her notes, she believed many of the disappearances shared a disturbing pattern. The problem was, no one knew what that pattern was. The pages that might have explained it were destroyed. Some believe Emily had uncovered a link between multiple disappearances in the region, stretching back decades. Perhaps she stumbled onto the trail of a predator who operated in plain sight, blending into the community. Others think her killer was much closer to home, someone at the university with both motive and access to cover their tracks. A chilling possibility remains that the person she feared was someone trusted, someone who even attended her vigils. To this day, Emily Carter's fate remains unsolved. Her body has never been found. The mysterious hidden room was demolished during renovations, erasing a key piece of physical evidence. And the last chilling memo still echoes through the case files, tormenting those who hear it. He's right here. So what really happened to Emily Carter? Did she discover a truth so dangerous it cost her life? Was it the work of a calculated predator hiding in plain sight? Or is the answer buried within her destroyed research, a pattern that no one else has ever been able to piece together? One thing is certain, the mystery of Emily Carter continues to haunt Millstone, a reminder that some secrets refuse to stay hidden forever. What do you think? Was Emily's disappearance part of a larger conspiracy, or the work of one disturbed individual? Share your theories in the comments. And if you want more chilling true crime stories, don't forget to subscribe. Sometimes, the scariest stories are the ones that remain unsolved. As the investigation deepened, suspicion fell on several people in Emily's life. There was Jason Miller, a fellow student who had feelings for Emily. Friends described him as intense, sometimes aggressive, and unable to take rejection. He was questioned for hours, but his alibi checked out, he had been with his parents that night. Then there was Professor Alan Reeves, Emily's academic advisor. Known for being brilliant but eccentric, Reeves had reportedly clashed with Emily about her thesis. Some even whispered that Reeves was too close to his students. He too denied involvement, and investigators found no direct link. Finally, attention shifted to a mysterious man seen wandering campus at night, described by students as the shadow by the library. But when police tracked him down, he turned out to be a homeless veteran who meant no harm. Each lead fizzled out, leaving the case colder than before. Years passed. Emily's parents kept her story alive, pushing for answers, refusing to let her memory fade. Every anniversary of her disappearance brought new articles, candlelight vigils, and theories, endless theories. Was she kidnapped by a stranger? Murdered by someone she trusted? Or had she uncovered something in her research that made her a target? With no body and no solid evidence, her case became another unsolved mystery, filed away in dusty police cabinets. And then, 5 years later, everything changed. During renovations of the old Millstone library, construction workers made a shocking discovery. Beneath a sealed-off section of the basement, behind a false wall, they found a hidden room. Dust-covered and untouched for years, the space contained stacks of notebooks, strange drawings of missing persons, and a single object that made investigators' blood run cold: Emily Carter's phone. Perfectly preserved, wrapped in cloth, as if someone had meant to keep it safe. Forensic analysis revealed something chilling. The phone contained dozens of voice memos Emily had recorded in the weeks before she vanished. In them, she described feeling watched, stalked, even followed across campus. She whispered late at night, her voice shaking, saying she believed someone knew about her research. In the last memo, recorded the night she disappeared, Emily's voice is barely audible, filled with terror. And then, the final words, "He's right here," the recording ends abruptly. No sound of struggle. Just silence. Investigators were stunned. Who was he? A professor? A student? A stranger? The hidden room suggested premeditation, as though someone had been planning to keep their secrets buried. But despite new forensic technology, no fingerprints or DNA could be recovered from the phone or the room. Whoever was responsible had been careful. Too careful.